Hello, my Planet Coaster peeps, and welcome back to another episode of Creation Corner. In today's episode, we're going to get into the fall festivities and build a little scenery item that I think you can add to your parks if you're trying to go for the festive look. So it's going to be a bit of a flower bed with some creative scenery additions to it. So what I'm going to do is put this on a time lapse, and then we'll just kind of discuss what I'm doing. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just adding some flowers to the ground to create a nice fall color texture. Now what we're going to be doing is building a little pumpkin cart that you can help ring in the fall holiday. And right now, as you can see, I've added some fencing to kind of help frame this a little bit better so you can have a clearer idea of how you can be using this in your parks. Now once the fencing is finished, I went ahead and found a pretty good cart in-game to help with the scenery item. As you can see, I'm just kind of meticulously placing everything so that it kind of provides some sort of angle that you can be building with. So it's not just an amorphous scenery item. Now, one of the difficulties I had in making this particular build is that I couldn't really find a cart right off the bat. And upon searching for it, I couldn't really get it to come up. So what you're seeing is that I'm scrolling through all the scenery items to find it. Now, after finding it, I changed the color to make it look a little bit more fall appropriate, and went ahead and angled that just how I wanted it. And now, as you can see, we are adding in pumpkins from the Spooky Pack DLC. Now, I have to say I really loved that not all the pumpkins from DLC were carved, so it allows you to really get a good fall look to your parks if you needed to. And right now I'm just kind of placing the pumpkins so that they fit nicely inside the cart and that they don't hang out too much, breaking the laws of physics. And I'm just filling in the gaps to provide a really cohesive look and realism. And once I was happy with that, I felt there were some other items needed to really make it stick out. So thankfully there's some fall wreaths in the game that I thought would make a really nice touch to decorating the cart, and I put those on straight planks on the cart. And just to give the wheels a little bit more festive flavor, I decided to add wreaths to them, just to make them pop a little bit more. Since this isn't serving a functional purpose, as in it's not moving, I think you can definitely spruce up things like this as much as you can. Now we've got our wheels decked out and our cart decked out. I thought it might be best to add some lighting, just to have a unique element to it, especially when you put your parks at nighttime. Really nice glow to the scenery. Now there's one more special effect I wanted to add to this in case anyone was looking to do some kind of fantasy park, and that was to add some fireflies above it. Now I know it's not exactly the most realistic thing to have insects in the fall, but I figured the fireflies would be a really nice touch and add a nice lighting element to the night. See, they look really cool. So what I had to do after is to get them centered to look a little bit more even above the cart. And that was a finishing touch for this scenery item. And that's a completed fall scenery item that I will be uploading to the Steam Workshop. Now, of course, you can add other scenery items in the background, like some fall trees, or, paths or fountains around to spruce it up. And that's it for today's episode. If there's a scenery item you would like me to try and attempt, please comment below and I will definitely see if I can give it a shot. If you're interested in these kind of builds, please keep subscribed. And until next time, this is RCT3 Imagineer, signing off.